everybody.
Good morning.
You can hear me?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay.
Good morning.
Okay, it's like some people are breaking up. Hope everybody can hear me. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you properly. 5 and 5.
Okay, great.
Awesome.
Okay. This morning, we are going to be discussing about developing positive habits and behavior. Our moderator has already told us our name. Prof. Irene has already told us my name. And also, we have to give kudos to her for coming up with this visual event. For us youth that have been at home through the season of this coronavirus, we can all say we appreciate her. We thank her for all the things that she has been doing in the community, even when there is no community for us to gather now. She still took it upon herself to make sure that we are having this opportunity of doing this event. Can we say we love you and we appreciate you, Dr. Irene?
We love you.
We appreciate you, Dr. Irene.
We appreciate you, Dr. Irene.
Hope she's hearing. So I'm going to be having 2 days sections with you, with every one of us, today and tomorrow, same time. So, but today I'm going to go really slow. If I'm too fast, you can raise up your hand. We'll see in the chat box, then we'll address every concern. So the topic for today is developing positive habits and behavior. First and foremost, we want to know what is habit. Habit is a settled or regular tendency or practice, especially one that is hard to give up. That is, we are doing certain things over and over. It has become a pattern for us. It has become a way of life for us. We are practicing it, we are doing it, and that is who defines us, especially habits that are not good. We have good habits and bad habits. And the bad habits are the ones that we cannot give up easily. Those are the things we want to know, how to strengthen the good habits and to let go the bad habits. We also say that developing a positive behavior. Behavior is the way you conduct yourself, especially towards others. Like we are all gathered here now in our different space, in our different space. How do we do our things when we see people? How do we respond to things when it hurts? How do we react to things when you don't like such things that somebody has done to you? So the way you conduct yourself towards others is behavior. Some people might say, I don't like the way the guy behave, I don't like the way the girl behave because of certain things they are saying about an individual. So today we want to say, we have to have good behavior, good habits, so that others can see us as a role model. And also we need role model so that we can build up our good habits and build up our behavior. So all the things that we are saying is not rocket scientists that you have to come out to be a good child or a good person. It has to start small. So I want to tell you today, if your habits are not good, that they are complaining about your habits in school, at home, mommy and daddy complaining that this, what you are doing, that they don't like it, and you are thinking, instead of you going into depression, or instead of you being by yourself alone, or instead of you breaking the roof in the house, I want to tell you this morning, you can start small. In the sense you choose yourself change. They will say, Start small. You don't have to change everything that they are complaining all about you, but pick one thing out of that behavior. Is it lack of patience? Is it talking too much? Is it laziness? Is it no interest to do your schoolwork? Is no interest to interact with people? You have poor social skills. You have to choose one thing that you want to change this morning as you are listening to me. Because we have to be smart, we have to be specific, and we have to be time bound to change those things. As we go, we are going to make goals on how to go about that. But first and foremost, I want you to have your pen and paper you can jot down so that you don't just listen in this Zoom meeting. After the Zoom meeting, you say, oh, they just rattle around. You didn't understand what they are saying. The Chinese proverb said, a faint pen is better than a long memory. So you have to hold your paper and pen and write out some things that will stand out to you at the end of this program. So that when you look back at your notes, you say, this is what I want to do. Because why I admonish you people this morning, you people are leaders of tomorrow. You are youths. A lot of people are going to be looking up to you in the future. And few years from now, you're an adult. You're going to leave your daddy's home, your mommy's home, your auntie's home, wherever you are staying, to be a man of your own. And you are the future prime minister. You are the future president of nations, executive directors, supervisors. This is how you are going to start. And when you take these things that we are teaching you here this morning, you find out that you will make a difference in your circle. You will make a difference wherever you are. We have to figure out what
Dr.
you will be
Roseline,
adding.
Dr. Roseline, can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
Do you want to share your screen?
Okay, they are not seeing me.
No, they're seeing you. I just wondering, do you have any PowerPoint you want to share or no?
Yeah, I have, but how do I do that? I'm using the laptop and my phone. What to do?
Okay. How do you do that?
Press share screen.
Share screen, okay.
Yeah, if you press share screen, no, she's using her phone for the video and her laptop for the
But the screen.
yes, for the PowerPoint.
She has to be on her laptop.
So you can join on two
I
sites. Hold on, join on two on your phone if you want to use it for the camera. Then you also log in again on Zoom with your laptop.
Okay, I don't think I have Zoom on my laptop yet. I didn't do that.
Oh, okay. Anyway, guys, because if you put it, it's easy for them to copy whatever you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
I promise to fix that tomorrow. I'll put Zoom on this. How fast will that be for me to quickly download Zoom? I can send the presentation to you. You can give it to every one of them though. Let me see how fast it will for me to download Zoom on the internet. Let me see. Sorry, I'm keeping you guys on pause. It's downloading. Okay, somebody's saying that you can send the presentation, they'll get it in their email. We can do that. Hello. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Just go ahead,
Okay, let
Dr.
me,
Roseline. If you
yeah,
find it
let me go
difficult.
ahead. Tomorrow I can just share it and send it to Dr. Irene to pass it on.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Okay, we said we should start what we want to change small, choose one thing, we make it smart. We have said that. Okay, the other point was that we have to figure out what we'll be adding or subtracting to make room for good habits, to make room for positive behavior. So I'm telling you, you'll be thinking what areas you want to add to your life to make it more positive, so that they'll make reference to you, so that you'll be a model for the age of the people under your age, so that even the ones above your age that is not behaving right, so that you'll be a role model for them. And also, one thing you should do as a youth, you have to ask why. A lot of us, we don't ask questions. That's why we have question marks over our head. We don't ask questions. Somebody's already stretching there, you're tired. So I need your attention. I'm not going to be boring. So what am I saying? That we should ask questions. Some of us youth, we don't ask questions. That's why we make a lot of mistakes. We have to ask questions. They say when you don't ask questions, you have question marks over your head. And when there's question mark over your head, they continue to ask you why. So we have to ask questions, like we don't understand anything, or we don't understand why they are telling you have a positive habit, have a positive behavior, develop a good kind of attitude towards your neighbors, your friends, your classmates, your class teachers. You have to ask why you should do that. When you ask why, you will know why you should do that. Also, when you go to public, you have to make a commitment to be strategic, to behave yourself in a certain decor, in a certain manner, so that when you live there, the appearance of those people around you will leave a lasting memory about you. They said, the boy that I saw today, the boy really behaved well. Like I have a book that I've written, it's called Fragrance. The book is What is Your Aura? That is when somebody sees you, what memory do the person leave when you are no more there? What do they say about you when you are no more there? That is about the book, and it is a book that you all can get when it finally comes out. So what am I saying is that we should have good fragrance, because positive habit is like perfume that smells well. It's like a fragrance that leaves lasting memory in the mind of the people that have seen you, in your classroom, in your church, at home. People want to connect with you because there's something you always want to give to any person that comes your way. Also, we have to have a good schedule. We find out that we don't have good schedule. That's why we will behave the way we want to behave, and that makes people around us complain. How can a child wakes up in the morning because he does not have a schedule, that he will get up from the bed, go to the washroom, brush his teeth, take his bath before his breakfast? You find out that he will be doing things haphazardly. He does it anyhow. Maybe he might go to the kitchen and eat the food, don't wash the plate before he would think of brushing his teeth, or take the shower, just does things anyhow. So, but when you have a good schedule, you find out that you'll be more structured and you have routine, and that is how we should live our life. And when you do that, that is very good. We have to have a good schedule to enhance positive behavior. If you have a positive behavior, you want to keep it positive, you have to have a schedule. Also, I tell my youths today, you eat a healthy diet. Some youths, they don't want to eat well. Mommy will cook food, daddy will make food, the pot in the house will be full, but they are looking for junk out there to eat. They are looking for burger, McDonald's, KFC. I'm not saying that a little cheating of those things are not okay, but when you now make it habits that you don't eat your food your home cooked food at home, you find out that you'll be growing, you will incur a lot of health hazards down the road. You see, we are talking about children. Obesity now is a challenge in the society. A lot of children have obesity, and we want to see that we cut that habit down for people. And when I say eat healthy diets, our brain needs the right food to perform at their peak. You find out that when you don't eat, you'll be having hypoglycemic effect. That means you have low sugar. You cannot make good decisions. In a little thing, somebody talks to you, you'll be irritated because you're not eating well. You just be angry for nothing. It's because your belly is telling you go and eat well. Also, I will stress this. If I tell you eat a healthy diet, it's not only the things that you eat that is healthy to your body. Listen to this. What you watch, what you see, what you feel, what you touch in the environment are also healthy diet for your body. You say, what is she saying? That is, we don't want to see evil, because when we see evil, it affects the whole of our brain to our toe. Because God forbid you see an ordeal, you see a sin that is not good, your body will react in a certain way. So also, we as youths, our parents will tell us, don't watch pornography. We indulge in doing those things. And you're filling your eyes with those things. You think they are pleasure for you. Those things are going to distract you from your schoolwork. It make you look focused. It will not make you be attentive. You make you to behave towards an opposite sex in an inappropriate way, because you fill yourself with enough of those things that you're not supposed to be washing, and that affects your health, because it's not going to be good for you, and that will make you not to have positive habits. If you want to have positive habits, the things that you wash, you have to look at them, because you don't want to be washing things that is inappropriate at this age, which will not lead you to nowhere. The things that you read, they are all diets to your body, and when they are inappropriate, you find out that they will not make you grow well. They will be distracting you, because those are distractions. This time now of your age is for you to focus more on the things that will make you to be an inventor, that will make you go creative, that will make you do a lot of things, that people want to connect with. It's not for you to indulge yourself with bad habits of reading things that you're not supposed to be reading. Some people, they want to be reading strange books so that they will be behaving in a strange way, talking in a strange way. Those things are not good. Some of us, we are touching inappropriate things that we are not supposed to be touching. And those things they affect your health as an individual. If you don't know it now, down the road, these things are going to affect you. So when I say eat healthy diet, I'm going to repeat myself over and over again. That is not only the food that you eat, your carbohydrates, your protein, your fats and oil, your vitamins, your vegetables, the water you drink. Those are not only the things that will make you grow healthy. All the other things I'm telling you now will also affect your health. Some of us, we don't want to do exercise at all. We are very, very lazy. So we need to take a brisk walk. We need to walk around the savannah, walk around the house, get up in the morning, try and shake yourself. You can play music and connect with music to do some salsa dance or tai chi or kind of yoga, because it's good for the circulation of the body. It makes your blood flow better. It makes you, when you read, it makes you absorb those things that you have read. It will take away fatigue from your body. So you don't say you're a youth, those things does not concern me. There are a lot of things in the community that you can engage to do exercise. Don't be lazy. Don't be lazy. You have to engage in exercise. You can go to the community for help. Some of us, we are just indoors right now because nothing is going on. But when everything was going well, did you make use of those things in the community? Like the libraries are resource centers. Do you go to the library to get some good books to read? Do you go to the library to engage in activities there? The librarians, they conduct all those activities, even for children of our age, for you to be well exposed to a lot of stuff. They can teach you geometries, they can teach you science, they can teach you positive adventure. Those are the things you should engage your mind with at this time, because all these are preparing you for your future, for what you want to become. Like I say, you take small steps. All these things I'm saying is not one day. We have recreational centers in the community. You can go there, sign up for baseball, basketball, for soccer, for swimming, for dance class, for cooking class. You can just start. These things are affordable. You don't really need money to do most of these things on this side of Canada. We can get these things readily affordable. If you make yourself available, these things at times, most of them can be free. You can access them in the community. So you have to take advantage of all those things I'm telling you. So another thing I want to tell you this morning about Rule 21 and Rule 90. I call it 21 over 90. What is 21? It takes 21 days to make an habit. That if you want to change your habits, it takes 21 days. And it takes 90 days to make it a permanent lifestyle change. You can write that down. It's 21 over 90 rule. And it states that it takes 21 days to make an habit and 90 days to make it a permanent lifestyle changes. If you don't commit your goal to 21 days, you find out that it will never become your habit. But if you commit your goal to 21 days, it will become your habit. And if you commit that your goal for 90 days, it will become a part of you, and that part of you will become your permanent lifestyle. So when you do that every day now, you take day one, you take small steps of what they want you to change. Read your book after you have done all your chores, all your things, instead of watching television whole day, or instead of playing games whole day, computer game, instead of playing Roblox or something that you have interest in doing every now and then, that has become wearisome to you because mommy and daddy will be telling you, come off that thing, come off that video game, come off these habits. If you take small steps within 21 days, you will ease up the hours, ease up the time, ease up the days. You find out that within 21 days, you make a positive habit concerning that thing you want to change. And when you practice it for 21 days, within 90 days, it will become your permanent lifestyle that you have instituted for yourself. And that will become your lifestyle. And good habits for everyone, we all need it for success. We need it for progress. We need it to have peace of mind, I tell people. We need it to have a winning ability. We need it to have a positive lifestyle. We need it in every aspect of our life because we need it to become a role model. We need it to excel. We need it for progress. We need it when we are in position tomorrow to become a leader, to become the prime minister, to become the president of your country, to become the executive director of your company. You need good habits. And when these good habits follow you, it will lead you to success. It will not lead you to failure. Because if you don't plan today very well, that means you are planning to fail. Because failure to plan is planning to fail. So we want you to develop a good habit today so that it will become your behavior, so that you'll be ready for success, so that you have the winning mindset, so that you'll be super in anything that you are doing. But it has to start with taking small steps. That's you have to remember. And also, there are a lot of things that is lacking in the youth today. We don't know how to practice gratitude. We don't know how to practice gratitude. We have to say please. We have to say I'm sorry when you are wrong. We have to say thank you when somebody does anything for you. You find out that those three things, if you have it, you will always have good success. You always have positive habits. You always have positive behavior. Please, can I get this? Can you help me with this? I'm sorry when you know you step on somebody's foot, not to react to the person. How did I do that? You want to be hesitant. You want to be irritable. Those are not the qualities of a good youth for tomorrow leadership. You have to learn to practice gratitude. And the three things is missing in the society today: please, I'm sorry, thank you. You need this to have yourself become a role model for those above you, for those under you. And also you need a role model for those people that are doing those things in the right way. Because when you develop a good study habits, you will be ready for success. You'll be ready for breakthroughs. You're ready to make good news. You're ready to become the superstar. And also you don't give up. Like I'm talking now. Maybe some people are saying, oh, I've heard about them telling me to change this. I want to even give up. Let them do what they want to do. If you have that kind of attitude, that is not good. That is going to lead you into chaos. It's going to lead you ending up in the hands of police and going to jail. When the time comes, they can pamper you now and say, oh, don't worry, just leave, we change. No, you have to make conscious effort, because habits are action word. You have to action your word. You have to act accordingly so that they will see that you are pulling yourself out of those things that will not lead you to nowhere. So this money, you are not going to give up. Also, we as youth, we have problem managing money wisely. Some people say, why is she talking about money? I don't have money, I'm not working. Fine. But the little money they give you at home now, how do you manage the money? Do you spend it on things you don't really need? After buying them, you just see them all over the place because you just wanted to buy it to just gratify your flesh at the time? You have to manage money wisely. It's a salient characteristics of how you will manage any other things concerning your life. You don't have to be the person that is always scattering money here and there. You see this, you want to buy. You see this, you want to buy. You're demanding from your parents. You are not accountable and all that. So it affects every other things about what you do, little by little. So you have to manage your little $10, your little $5. You have to manage it wisely. Don't be somebody that is not accountable. You have to be accountable for what you do. That you do will make you to have respect for the environment, and the environment will have respect for you. We are talking about the environment now. Is the things that you see in the environment. Is the things that happen to you around the environment. You don't have to abuse your privilege. You don't have to abuse the rights that you are having right now. Staying with your parents and getting everything free, you think it's easily coming by. No, your parents have to spend hours and hours in working to see that you are good, you are clothed, you are well nourished, you are well fed, you have a roof over your head, you have shelter, you have clothing, you have food. You don't have to abuse those privileges. You have to respect the environment, because it will not continue. It will not continue when you age 18 and above. You have to take responsibility for yourself. So bad habits are hard to break, but with conscious efforts and willingness to change, it can give you a positive habit. And your habits will not be your behavior, the way you behave towards others, especially when you see people around. You don't want to look down on people. You don't want to be mean. When you're conscious and willing, even this morning as you're hearing this, that you want to break your bad habits. All of us know our weakness. I cannot be pointing, this is who you are, this is who you are. We know who we are. In our secret time, we know what we are doing, what we indulge in doing. We know what we are doing. So those things that you are doing, that after doing it, your conscience even pricks you, that an inner voice comes to you and say, oh, why did I do this? Then you feel bad. But for you to come out to go and say, I'm sorry, I won't do that again, you are proud. And when you are proud, it leads to arrogancy. And when it leads to arrogancy, it leads to a lot of distractions. And when it leads to distraction, it leads to disorganization. And this is not good. These are not qualities of a good youth that wants to be empowered for the future, because you have to take in the state of your parents tomorrow. So what are you getting inside of you now that will lead you to take that leadership role? Those are the things we are saying. Develop good habits this morning so that they will always remain positive. Remember the rule 21/90, how you start small and make it your habits and develop it. And in 90 days, you can have a permanent lifestyle of being positive and you stay positive. Another thing I want to talk about this morning, I want to talk about the 3 arrows. You can write it down, the 3 arrows. 1 is reminder, 2 is routine, 3 is reward. Reminder, there are things that initiates your behavior. What are those things that initiate your behavior for being good, for being a good person? You have to always meditate on those things. You have to always let those things be your key starters. Don't trigger things that are not good. You know, things that are not good, maybe disobedience, lack of hearing. You don't want to hear anybody, instruction, you don't want to follow rules, you don't want to take turns. What are those your triggers that initiates you to be having good behavior or bad behavior? You have to always remember those things. And you have to ease up on those bad habits, those negative habits, and trigger the positive habits in you. When you have that at the back of your mind, reminding yourself, this is what I should do first, you find out that you will go somewhere very far. And also you make this reminder your routine, the behavior itself, the action you take, let it be your routine, let it be your pattern. Like somebody, they'll say, oh, the person is like a chameleon. When we see the person today, can bring up different colors called the chameleons, where you see them when they're in the green grass, you don't know what kind of colors they are. They can show a lot of colors. We don't want to be like that. We want to have a pattern that people can predict. Sometimes I tell somebody, you know, I cannot predict you. I cannot say this is what you will do right through, because the person will definitely default. That is, the person will not meet my expectation because the person is not listening. He will always make that error that I'm saying don't do over and over again. So I cannot predict that kind of an individual. So we want to be somebody that have a pattern that our parents can predict, our teachers can predict, our pastors can predict, so that they will say, when Emmanuel is not there, when this so and so person is not there, we can know that this person will not do this. They can defend you. Today, the action that you have now, the behavior that you have now, can somebody take responsibility and say, I stand for him or her? The person will behave like this, the person will not behave like that. And when the person comes, you see that it will be consistent with the expectations of your leaders in terms of your mother, your parents, your father, your aunties, your cousins, your teachers, your pastors, your game teachers. They will say, this is what he or she will not do. We want to have a behavior that the action we take is routine and is a pattern that people can defend. Also, another thing, we talk about reward. The benefits you gain from doing the right thing, the benefits you gain from getting the right behavior, as in when you do the right thing, people are going to commend you. You know what's praise? I like praises. I want them to praise me. Even God that created us wants us to give him praise all the time because he has done so many wonderful things. So also we should be somebody that wants to get reward when we have done the right thing, because it is good. When you know you have reminder of those things that will lead you to a good thing, you continue to do them. You have a routine of the behavior and the action you take to be regular, so that they will not underscore you. They will not say, oh, I know he's going to do that anyway. That is not a good comment. And also, when you do the right thing, you find out that you're going to get good reward. That is another thing. So I want to throw in a little bit of my medical term, but is what you will come across down the years as you go into details in college and university. But I'm going to talk to you about it because the man's name is Sigmund Freud. He had this theory. Till tomorrow, nobody has been able to dispute this theory. And it came into my mind as I was looking into developing positive habits and positive behavior. I will break it down as simple as it will be right now. Sigmund Freud is a psychoanalytic scientist. He talked about 3 things that make us behave the way we behave. He talked about ID. He said it's called the id. He talked about the super ego. Then he talked about the ego. The id, we have these 3 things inside our body. Unconsciously, we operate with the way the man find out the theory. Nobody has been able to say this theory is a lie, because we all operate in this kind of space or space that we are in this world. So he said the id is a primitive nature in us, is an instinctive component of our personality. We inherit it unknowingly from our DNA, at our birth, at our conception. It includes everything about our pleasure, our aggressiveness, even to die. He said we have this inner instinct in us. They are just primitive kind of nature in us. Consciously and unconsciously, we operate as an id in one part of our life when we are going down the road. Then he now also talk about the super ego. The super ego is that part of our mind that acts as consciously as it could be. It differentiates between good and bad. It reflects what are the things that is expected of us. We have to reason, if we do this, will it be good? If we do that, will it be bad? That's the super ego in us. We all have that. Then there's another one they call the ego. The ego is the ego in us. That is, this nature is very prideful. It doesn't want to listen to anybody. That's why you see to say somebody have an ego. So in us, these 3 things operate in us. So why did I bring it in this morning? I don't want to confuse you, youth. I brought it in is that for all the things that you are doing that you have not been able to take responsibility for, is because that there are these 3 things in us. They call it the id, the super ego, and the